My phone and alarm clock says that it's 5:30, but the clocks that don't automatically change say it's 4:30. Happy Sunday. It was so early this morning leaving the house. The dog didn't even get up to go outside. She stayed laying down sleeping, and she never does that. She always wants to go out. So we're not at school yet, but in an hour or two we'll be there. Hi subs. It is Sunday, almost 7, and there is still sunshine in the world. That's nice. It's nice when we have sunshine and that it's still sunny when I come home. I just got back to Elkhart. I'm so tired. I didn't really have any major adventures today. I'd had midterms in my classes, my torts and contracts classes 2 weeks ago. So I got the contracts midterm back, and I did like average. Like I didn't do great, I didn't do bad, but there was like the essay we had to write, like I knew I didn't do well on it because I didn't have the law memorized. So like I knew what I needed to be writing in my essay and that I didn't have the knowledge to do it. But so I still scored just fine. Or like average, whatever. I'm fine with it. And then in torts, I don't think I did well. I don't think any of us did well. The professor actually is a little interesting. He turned all the lights off in the classroom, and then he sat at the front of the classroom and went over the midterm, but it was in this like reprimanding kind of like, it was weird. I was like, I'm sitting there looking at him thinking like, are you actually like reprimanding a room full of adults? And I'm just gonna say, I appreciate how he teaches. Like I don't actually, like I enjoy the class, I'm learning a lot. Like I don't think I answered all the midterm stuff as well as I could have, or like I don't think I did well on it. I guess I'll just say that. I think when your entire class fails at something, it's not your class's fault. It's the teacher's fault. I'm gonna throw that shit out there. But I actually like, I thought his exam, it was fair. I don't have like, and I didn't do well because I just didn't know stuff. Like I wouldn't in any way throw that back at him. Like 2 of the questions, like sometimes you just take the questions for what they are, and they call it the call of question or something, and I just miss it. Like I miss what they're actually asking, and I have a problem with doing this. Like this is one of my like significant weaknesses, which is interesting because when I'm in actual like conversations with people, like I get the depth of what's going on, but I do not always get that when I read questions. So like one of the questions was like, should the defense attorney argue blah blah blah, this defense argument, and like I think I wrote false, and then the reasons why it's not a very strong argument. The reality is it's true. Yeah, the defense should argue whatever they can for their client. Like of course they should argue for their client. And so I missed, I think, 2 questions that were just like that. Like I just didn't even like comprehend. So that's a little, but that's fine. It's not the teacher's fault. So that's my day. I'll be home soon. I can eat some dinner, see my son, and get some sleep. Can you see that? It's snowing again in Elkhart. This would be beautiful Cassopolis Street. The Starbucks is done. I didn't know if you've seen that, Brandy. I should have shown you. And that gas station you see on the left just past the Marathon, oh no, the truck's gonna block it, but that is almost done as well. So today, Monday, I have all sorts of different things planned. Normally I go to the Martins, and I sit there for 8 hours. Today I am taking care of my mom's puppy, which means I can only stay there for a few hours, and I need to head home to like let her puppy out. I think I'm gonna do a little studying at Martin's, let the puppy out. Then I'm gonna go to seminary and study at the seminary. I like to hang out there. I've only done it once, but I really liked it. And then I'm gonna go with Nikisha to look at cars. For her, not for me, I wish. I hate this car. I would like to sleep in it in the winter because it's so warm and cozy, but it squeaks. Things keep breaking. The power steering's going out. That check engine light's on all the time. I haven't had any problems with the oil since the last oil change, so that's weird. I hate used cars. Back to my amazing day. So after I go look at cars with Nikisha, my son is going to sleep at his friend's house. Okay, so parenting. I believe it's this balance, which nobody knows exactly how the balance works, of trust and freedom and boundaries and rules. Of course, the more good choices a kid gets, the more trust and freedom they get. Excluding like the recent phone incident, which I think he was just like telling me no. I don't think there's really been any major problems with him, and he's been like a good kid. So there's this boy that he's friends with from his school. Last time he went to that boy's house was over 2 years ago. The last couple times he went there was over 2 years ago, and like once he came back and there was all sorts of inappropriate things on his computer that he and that boy were doing when they were, I think, 10, 11 years old. 10. When they were 10 years old, they went on YouTube, made a homemade thong, and like put that on whatever media with their friends. When at 11, when he was like trying to smoke weed, he had his dealer friend kid tried to deliver at this kid's house. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the kid. I don't actually have any concerns or issues with the kid. I don't think there's adult supervision at that house, and that's really where the problem is. Davidito is like really likes the kid, and the kid seems fine. Like, these are all things that children do, especially when there's no adult supervising them. So I haven't let him go there in over 2 years, because I'm just like, it's not like, you don't make good choices there, and there's no adults that are like holding you accountable to making good choices, and so it's not okay. So I haven't any problems with him, so I'm letting him go there tonight. My parents were inappropriately controlling, and I did whatever I wanted. And I think David's the same as me. I mean, one dynamic that is different is that my parents raised me by beating me. And so they used fear for control. And that resulted, of course, in other mental instabilities on my part and poor choices. But David has not been raised out of fear. I've like tried to raise him to like make good choices, like to understand consequences. And even though he's 13 and like there's, you know, frontal development's not all the way, I'm hoping well, I'm not foolish, like we're still gonna run into problems. It's David. I'm giving him some freedom tonight. More than likely nothing will happen, or if he does bad things that he shouldn't do, I just won't find out about it. Either way, it's part of growing up, I guess. Give him a little freedom. Well, we'll see. I am pulling into my garage to let my mama's puppy out. It works out since I'm home. I figure I'll just eat lunch here and take a shower here, maybe, if I feel like it. I've almost got the property reading assignments done. I need to do a little studying on top of that, but that feels good. So then I also planned on going to seminary after I leave here to study the rest of my stuff. And a bunch of my friends just messaged and said, hey, does anyone want to have a study like party? Which means we just all sit together and study and don't talk. Does anyone want to have a study party around 1? And someone else was like, yeah, I think I'm going to go to seminary then. And I was like, oh, that was my plan too. So I'm excited that I get to hang out with some of my friends unexpectedly and not talk together. Just sit and study. I love that. So look at this, on the road again. This is the intersection of Oakland and I believe Hively. Oakland and Hively. We have a roundabout. It's delightful. I love roundabouts when people know how to use them. I also loved them when I had a GTI because I could just pass people. To the left here we have CAPS, Children and Parents or something like that. It used to be Child Abuse Prevention.
They had construction, a brand new building constructed. It's nice. Beautiful building. I haven't been on the inside. The outside looks nice. Look at this. My study area. There I am. Here I am at seminary. And again, completely empty. The whole space is for me. And look at all this stuff they have. A snack machine and a soda machine, which I don't care about. A microwave, convenient, and this delightful coffee machine. This is the end of my night. I had a great, eventful day. I got the homework done I wanted to get done. I visited with friends. I went and looked at a car with Nikisha, for Nikisha. She's not getting it, but we went and looked at it, and then we had dinner together, which I love. We saw 3 police officers have 2 young boys sit on the curb, so we watched them for a minute. Seemed a little over the top, but now I'm heading home, and I'll be in bed by 9:30. Ah, what a great day. Until tomorrow.